So technically I didn't go to college, but I did hook up with a girl from UCLA for like 6 weeks. So
that's what's up.
I did get some type of
experience. Yeah.
Good education. Good brain.
Yeah. I was so poor too. She would swipe me into the dining room. I was like, oh, can I get that card?
Bro.
She's like, no. I'm like, all right, bet. Last one to the airport buys breakfast. Day one. What is up, my boy?
We got
Let's
the
go,
boy in the
guys.
fucking building.
We got Antonio AJ Ortiz
Yes, sir.
Man, my boy.
in the building,
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing?
Yeah.
a.k.a. famous. Raising
Right.
Kanan.
Famous, yeah. That's personally one of my favorite characters in the
Wait,
show.
hold up, guys. Hold up.
What, Dave?
What the fuck, Dave?
We gotta get this in. Yeah, we gotta get this in.
Hold on,
Oh!
no. The boys got the honey cake.
shit.
Shout out to you.
What?
No. The boys got the honey cake.
Killing the
Nah, I
game.
forgot
Good
about
timing,
this.
Killing
Dave.
the fucking
We're just about to
game.
get into some Raising Kanan stuff, and Dave has to make it about us again. Thanks, Dave.
Fucking Dave, bro.
fucking
Inconsiderate,
awesome.
bro.
This is dope. Thank you, guys. And I'm glad,
100K. Shout out to-
Antonio's here to share this moment with us.
Nah, shout out to the
that's fucking
subscribers. Shout out to all the supporters. Y'all been watching us, tuning in, liking, subscribing. 100K.
Damn, that's dope.
Boys got the plaque, baby.
I thought it'd be like at least like this is a little plasticky. Fucking, come on, YouTube. Fucking making these guys money. This is plastic. Get this out of here.
They're like, hold on, y'all gotta get 1 million. Then you see what the real shit look like.
100,000 is crazy.
They're gonna flag this
beautiful.
episode now.
They're gonna flag us. They're not gonna promote
They're flagging
this.
this. What is up, bro? How you been?
What's up, brother? I've been chilling, man. We filming for season 3 right now.
Fuck
so I
yeah.
just
You've
been
already
working.
said that you posted and shit like that. in
Yeah,
season
I'm
3,
posting shit. You feel me?
Yeah, dude, it's weird because
It's hard to hold back, bro.
right.
It's like,
What, am I
They
not
tell
gonna
me
post
a
anything for
lot,
6
like,
months?
I can't post in costume. I can't post in the trailer. Like it's
I'd
just
be like,
mad
bro, I'd
random
be
shit.
like, no, they gotta see what's going on behind the
They
scenes.
gotta know
bro.
we still
At least
working.
a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
Because
gotta
all they
know we
say is,
still
yo, what
working.
is season? What is? They gotta see that we working, bro.
Exactly.
You gotta show them a little something.
Exactly.
It's weird because that's what you go to work every day.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Just not post for 6 months?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? They actually, I had to be told to chill out on how much I was posting because it wasn't like I was posting anything that was like, about the show too much or
Right.
like giving away stuff. But I was posting shit in my uniform, like my costume, and I was posting
Right.
shit like just being on set and like, talking to the people.
Bro,
that
you have
were
2
in-
photos on your Instagram. What do you mean?
I had
Oh, you
35.
archived everything.
I had to archive
That's why he's
everything.
only got 2.
And then I started posting on my story a lot, thinking like, 24 hours, I'll be fine.
Right.
And then I started getting some type of popularity. And it was like, that actually is a long period of time. So
Right.
I had to really be, picky on
Was
what
it
I
Sabrina?
actually posted. It was a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't
They was
just
on his
her,
heels.
but it was a lot of people that contacted me like, yo, you gonna have to chill out a little bit.
Yeah, that was around my birthday. Remember my 20th birthday where we had the bowl? We went
Makai's
to-
birthday is when they actually called me because we went to the strip club for
Yeah.
his birthday. I'm
Oh,
posting
right.
shit
What
out
strip
this-
club y'all went
This
to?
is 21st. We went to Angels. And
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Malcolm
that's it.
texted me and was like, he's Uncle Lou.
Okay.
And he texted me and was like, yo, we're going out for Makai's birthday. I forgot we were in LA. We couldn't make it or something. I forgot what we were doing.
It was great, but it's my first time at a strip club, right?
What?
So I've been to clubs before, but the only strip club I've ever been in is when I was filming a movie when I was like 7. So that shit didn't count. You know what I'm saying? We go to the club and everything, and I got a zip card for this. I bought like a fire outfit. I was hype as hell. I spent about 2.5 hours driving and 40 minutes in the strip club.
Oh.
Not gonna lie, I was
What?
so pissed when we were leaving. Like,
My
I didn't know that's how it
first
goes.
strip club was in a Power episode too. That's
Right?
hilarious.
It's
Yeah.
like you don't know how
fire.
it goes though when you go to I thought we staying here for like 2 hours, 3 hours. When they told me like this is kind of how you do a pop out, I was
Yeah.
like,
Pop out,
Shit.
show your ass for a little bit, get up.
yeah, and then
And
get up out of
my
there.
second strip club was with him, and then my second, third, fourth, fifth,
Y'all
sixth,
been
seventh,
turning
was
up.
all with him.
Yeah, y'all been turning the fuck up. I love it, bro. I mean,
Yo,
so
y'all
funny
all
that-
gotta pop out, bro. Y'all gotta pop out.
The first time this episode have already passed by the time Miami happened, but my first strip club was we had a booking in Miami, and I just wasn't a strip club guy, like I never been, and I was like throwing the money, and Michael's like, no, you got to do it like this, grab all the money. I was like, oh, I can do that, and they're like, yeah, it's good.
You feel me? Like, yo, you gotta do like this. You gotta fade it out a little bit, and then spread it. Feel me? You gotta spread it on
Listen,
the cheek.
you gotta do the, what is it, the pooch icy spread. You gotta do the pooch icy spread.
You gotta spread it on the, you gotta see each one.
Listen,
Especially with some big shit, you gotta see how much single she could spread on her shit. Like, you gotta see how far she could go, you feel me? Like, it's fun, it's
the strip
experiment.
club we went to was like a no nudity club, right?
That's all the strip clubs in New York, bro. They don't,
fact.
it's only one strip club that's like nudity, but you can't drink in there.
Word?
Yeah, they don't serve like no liquor in there.
I didn't even know that.
Michael knows.
He know fucking everything about these clubs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's crazy is,
Like
right,
that.
we get there and shit. It's a no nudity club, so I'm just expecting like a bunch of lingerie and shit. Every dancer in there got ass naked as soon as we was in there, bro.
Really?
They got bro, and then they saw it was his birthday.
Oh, they started wilding.
Bro, one girl simulated I'm not even going to That shit was amazing, bro. We just had a great time.
You gotta go to a strip club in Jamaica, bro. They be.
I've only been out the country twice. I've been out the country to Canada, and then I went to literally the tip of fucking Mexico one time.
Can't sit down, bro.
And that's it.
Well, we gotta go. Like, we all gotta just go somewhere, bro. Like the whole gang, bro. Like, and just be outside.
That shit would be. You know what would happen if
Nigga, me,
We
you,
did. We just
high.
went to fucking. Where
Yeah,
did we
but
go?
everybody else wasn't
Went to
there.
Houston.
Everybody else wasn't there. Feel me? We gotta have everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you
AJ,
take y'all
Toby.
two from your show, right? You take somebody from our show. You take one person from Force. I promise you, everybody in that club will be obsolete but y'all. That shit's gonna be crazy, bro.
Nah, that should be.
Nah, we already went out with just us.
Damn,
I'm
bro.
kidding.
I be saying, bro. That should be crazy.
We're gonna have to bleep that, but
Yeah, nah.
we're gonna take a quick break from the episode and talk to you about our sugar daddies at Money Lion. They are doing everything with the boys. I literally think they just sponsored my friend's quinceañera. Like, that's how interested Money Lion is with the boys.
All right, listen, we want to share the wealth with y'all, all right? Look, y'all can live your best life, too. Y'all could get y'all quinceañera sponsored as well. Like, listen, we getting more and more signups every day, though. Sign up to get your name in the jar. We're giving up to what?
100K.
100K at the end of the year. We're giving away 100K, baby.
And we give away money weekly.
Weekly.
Just random people are being picked, giving $200, $300. People are making money just from signing up. And honestly,
hard.
like, even without that, Moneyline is just a great app to have. It's the cool way to talk about money. You know, and no one likes talking about money except if you're the boys. You know what I mean?
We like talking about money, but nobody likes talking about managing money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes talking about being smart with your money. It's, it's the boring shit, but it's important. You know what I'm saying? And Moneyline's gonna help you, and they gonna make it fun for you. You know what I'm saying?
We make it fun, you know? Every time you money, we like to be Money Lions. You know what I'm talking about?
Every other week, baby, we giving away $1,000.
One band.
Yeah,
One
little
band.
bit. But it goes far, though. It goes far. It gets you some gas in your car. You can get some kicks, get some groceries. You know what I'm saying? You can get your shorty a little, a little bouquet of roses.
Nah, don't do that. Just get something for yourself. That's the way I roll, buddy.
We got 5 winners this week. What we doing? We gonna let them know who wants some money this
Let's
week?
go through them right now. Drum roll, please. Heaven Faison with $175. Heaven, as in where you go when you die if you're a good person. Faison, $175.
Second winner got 200.
200. Who's this?
Andre Barnes.
Ooh, Andre Barnes, and his roar tag is 45 Shine.
All right, so my boy Kevin Juno Quack. This one.
Hey yo, he said quack. I promise.
Quack,
Okay.
Quack, he won $230. That boy getting money over here.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Walter McDougal, you won $185. Macman 5. My boy won $185. I wonder what you gonna do with
Walter McDoogskis, 185. Our next winner and last winner is Vivian Boykins, and she won $210.
that. $210.
$210, kid. Now that's Italian, all right? What's your road tag, Mike?
Vivita Great 93. Listen, sign up and create your word tag using the referral code $the crew has it.
So, yeah, let's get into it, bro. You're shooting season 3, but season 2 is airing right now.
Yes, sir.
How has it been? How's this journey been? Where did it start? Like, let's hear it.
Well, I mean, it started with, the audition process and everything. And what's crazy is I auditioned for it 3 times. And interestingly enough, the last audition was the chemistry read with Makai. And I swear the only reason I booked that is because normally, callbacks, and when it's not like 2 people, they keep y'all separate as hell. One of y'all got a 10 o'clock appointment, one of y'all got a 4 o'clock appointment. They don't want you to see each other. They scheduled us 15 minutes apart. So I see my competition, and not even trying to be cocky, anything like that. I was just confident that day. I was like, it's not his. He's not getting that. So they had written, I don't know who it was because it wasn't the music producer for the show, but I know somebody wrote basically like 3 bars and they wanted me to spit in the room. It was it would have been off beat. So I just, making music and shit, I just kind of freestyled the next like 3-4 lines. As I kept spitting, I remember Sasha and Bart were in the read with me. Sasha is looking at the paper and then he looks back at me and just puts the paper down. Bart keeps looking back at Sasha like, what the fuck is this? Like, did you write this? Nope.
Just freestyling.
Just freestyling.
Bart's like, is this rap right now? What's going on?
I honestly think that hunger and that initiative is what kind of got me that part. And then meeting with Makai, we bullshit talked for 15 minutes before we read any scene. And the fact that we just clicked like that.
You were in the lobby, like waiting?
Nah, I didn't see him until I came in the room. Then as soon as I came in the room, I dapped him up like how I dapped y'all up and everything. But I already know y'all. And it was the same vibe.
Right.
We just started talking. We just started having a good-ass time. And we kind of forgot we were there. Because then Sasha goes like, you
ready?
You guys ready? Like, I was like, oh, shit, yeah. But they made the whole thing, bro. It was an NDA with it. There was different names. The scene was different. Like, I didn't know what the fuck I was going out for. And then I get it coincidentally. I always like telling the story. Coincidentally, I had gone out for a show that would have been on Showtime as well. Right?
What show is it?
I don't know the name of it, but what I do know is that my character would have been a male prostitute in New Orleans, right?
I think you lucked out.
So cool, right? When I went to the audition for both of these, they asked me if I was comfortable with nudity. So I was like, yeah, cool, that's fine, I don't care. I get the call that I booked it, right? So my agent goes, you booked the show, the one with the nudity in it. Immediately went to the one that I was a prostitute in New Orleans. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
All right, I mean, listen, man, I might get an Emmy on this one. Fuck it. Like, I was like,
right.
You know, it's a deep role. And they were like, no, it's Power. I was like, like Power? They was like, yeah, like the shit with, 50 Cent, Omar Hardwick. I was like, I thought this nigga just died. Like, I just watched you kill him, bro. So I'm like, hold on, this don't make sense. Because I'm a fan of the show, bro. I was a fan of the show. My dad watched
That's a crazy-ass feeling, damn.
My dad watched from episode 1. So by mid-season 2, I stared, like, tagging along and watching. I caught up on your show and everything. And it was like, this shit is amazing. So when they told me that I actually booked this shit, bro, I let out a little tear.
So you had no idea it was
tough.
Power. It was like,
At all, bro. And then
That's how secret
like I said,
it
the
is.
names were different. So when I found out that Makai is playing Kanan, it was like,
He was like, what?
is this like an origin story shit? And that's exactly what the fuck it was. And I feel like since the day I met him, it's just been straight chemistry. It's
you
been
like
amazing.
finished.
That's the type of energy he give off though. Like when you first meet Makai, it feels like someone like you knew already. Like
Yeah.
I don't get it with him, bro.
No, for real. Like
He's just a warm kid.
Yeah.
He
bro.
is.
Nah,
I
he
feel like
does.
the world hasn't tainted him yet. Though.
Yeah.
And I keep trying to not do
Right,
that.
right.
Like when we went to the strip club, right?
We
I
brought
was
it to the
telling
strip
him like, yo, bro, you gonna have to, all right, but then he was like, I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck his life up yet. I'm gonna let him enjoy this.
In Houston, bro was on. He was wild. He was wilding, bro. Yo, oh my
And
god.
we were like in the back, like looking
I
out.
was in the back, I was looking. I was like, look at my boy.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, bro, he's an amazing fucking person.
Hell yeah.
It's so funny though with how secretive Power is. Like you'll shoot like a whole season, you have no idea what you just shot. They're like, yeah, that was Power. You're like, wait, what? They just shot 10 episodes. I had no idea it was Power.
That's
And then on top of that, we're doing a period piece, right? So I
Right.
can't say certain shit. Like,
Right.
bro, it's crazy because that is such. I've never been told that I sound like I'm from this day and age. Nobody's ever told me that until I booked this show. And especially with having a
I can
rap.
imagine how that feel. Like you sound like you from.
Bro, I make music, right? Bro, I swear to God, there's times that I go in the booth, I do one take Drake. I get that shit
One
out. Bro,
take Drake,
if I
yes,
book
sir.
4 hours, I'm doing at least 6 songs, bro.
Right.
That's how I work. Everything is written already before I get there. This man had me record the song line by fucking line,
Word.
bro. Like literally just spit one out as hard as I can and then
Oh, like punching in type shit.
Yeah, bro.
Wait, so
That's how a lot of artists record nowadays too. That's
they
crazy.
can't fucking rap. But that's an entirely different conversation.
wait, so that's what happened with Streets Need a Body, you mean?
Yeah.
So I'm curious about that because I've never had to, no one's ever come up to me and been like, hey, can you make a song for this show or movie? So how does that work? They record the song, like you have to go to a sound
Yeah,
stage?
did they make like a reference track for it? and
Yeah,
everything?
so they had a reference track and everything. I gotta boast about Sean C. Sean C is an incredible fucking producer. He made the song, he made the beat. He just lays the track from front to back.
Beat go crazy.
There was a reference track that we made, and it does sound different from the final product. I will say that.
Right.
But it's fucking beautiful. And when I first recorded it, I remember sending it back to them thinking, I killed this shit, bro. They about to just put that straight on the show. This man FaceTime me. He didn't even call me regular. This man FaceTime me was like, how old are you again? At the time, I think I was about to be 22 or I just turned 22. And I was like, I'm 22. He was like, okay, that's why. No problem.
Oh.
I thought you was a little older. I was like, the fuck does that? I got so self-conscious. I was like, the fuck does that mean? He was like, you just really sound like a 2000s kid. I was born in 99, bro. Don't even do that. Like, I hold on to that shit so much, bro. Everybody be like, oh, you a 2000? Nope, I'm a 90s kid. But we wound up, I don't know if you guys ever heard the Scenario remix by Tribe Called Quest with a dude named Kid Hood on a first verse.
Nah, I never heard the remix. I know the song.
It's crazy. It's a crazy story about, bro. He actually died, if I'm not mistaken, right before the song came out or right after the song came out. So he didn't really get to see the success of that shit.
Damn.
We basically studied his whole verse front to back. I basically studied his lifestyle. I studied how he was, how he talked. And I basically just studied every Queens rapper that came out in the last 25 years. And that's how I was able to get the voices. I was able to get the pronunciations down. That's how I was really able to work through the whole shit. It was amazing. I'm not, that process was...
So you did it at home or you did it... They booked you a studio session? Or?
Not even. This is mid-pandemic.
Okay.
This is right when we came back from
So they're like,
pandemic.
y'all can't go nowhere.
Bro, they gave me one of these shits, right?
In the crib, right?
In the crib. I got the whole living room cleared out. And this is still right before I moved out the projects. So I'm in a project crib. You got fucking sirens outside. Niggas playing
Everything, bro.
basketball.
You got the whole city making
Bro,
noise.
you got the whole... Bro, I'm near the 6 train, bro. Like, you hear all that shit. And he kept asking me, like, are your windows open? Nope. These are project windows, nigga. I can't do but so much.
Hey, are you on a subway platform?
Yeah,
What are you
like,
doing?
bro, I'm sorry, but we finally got the finished product, and I feel like he brought the best out of me. I feel like if I had just put out what came out like when I first tried it, it wouldn't have been the song that we have now.
Yeah.
And Haley fucking, she murdered that hook, bro.
Yeah.
I get goosebumps every time I hear her
She's
sing.
tough. She's OD.
Bro, it's so interesting when you do your, because I do voiceover work as well, and when you go and you're
I
like...
fucking knew it, bro.
Yeah.
I have a little sister.
Yeah.
I know I've heard your voice in other places, bro.
Yeah, I've
been
done-
saying this shit for years. But go ahead.
I've done some shit. So you'll go in, you'll lay it down, you'll be like, fuck yeah, I killed it. And then the people who are like the audio engineers are like, woo, let's take this line by line. Let's figure out. I'm like, that wasn't fire. Then you listen to what they did, and then you go back and listen to the first take, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, it makes you very self-conscious.
Right,
You don't
but yeah,
realize
it's
that.
like you think you just killed it, and then all of a sudden that's why they do their job right, and then it comes out good. You're like,
That's
oh,
a fact.
okay.
It was a great process.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, but Sasha did talk about, he said that the second you walked in, did you watch this episode, right?
Yeah.
He's like, the second you walked in, this is famous. He's like,
You know what's crazy? I know that that's more than likely 150% true, but I felt so nervous walking into that.
Of course.
Because normally you have a producer there, maybe.
Right.
You feel me? And the showrunner.
right.
They couldn't have picked nobody else for famous though. Like,
I really
Yeah, I
appreciate
agree,
that shit,
bro.
nigga, bro. Like,
Right.
I really appreciate
bro,
that
I
shit,
ain't gonna
bro.
lie. Like, there's literally no one else they could have picked to play famous, bro. Like, famous.
If you
Like,
see-
I ain't gonna lie.
Yo,
He's really
you see
famous.
who
I love how
going
he-
out for that shit?
I love how he
Nah,
gets
for
mad
real.
when people call him Tariq. He sees you, he's like, this famous.
Nah, but like,
Bro, I
I'm playing.
respond to that now a little bit more than I respond to AJ.
yo,
I'm not
that
gonna
was a
lie.
point where that was.
I
in
know
response
it
to that
was,
shit,
bro.
Niggas would just be like, yo, Tariq. I'd be like,
You know how many people I know don't know your real name?
bro,
They just call you Tariq.
bro. I'd be like, Michael, bro. Michael. That shit
I
be-
get it,
I'd be
bro.
like,
I get
Michael,
it. But every
bro.
time
Like,
I hear fit, I just start
you
turning.
just
down.
turn right, yeah, bro. It get
Good
like,
King, how you doing? That shit is hilarious. I've
shit
never
is
been
crazy.
on something that's like, I've been on shit that developed a fan base. I've never been on shit that was
already had some
Right.
shit that's just like
rocket,
booming.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Rocket. So,
So
it's like,
so where'd you start? Like you told me you started mad young, huh?
yeah. So basically, my mom was a college professor when I was young, and one of her students was a model. And she told my mom, like, they had, like, bring your kid to work day or something. And I came to the school a couple times. And my mom was like, she was very overprotective of me at that time. That the student that she had, which we still speak to this day, the student that she had was like, this kid is fucking cute. Like, you could throw in the kid modeling. Like, you make a little extra bucks on the side, shit
Right.
like that. Like, it wasn't supposed to be anything, major. I did a Kmart shoot. And I remember trying to do fucking cartwheels through the whole shit. And the dude that was doing it for the photo shoot, coincidentally, happened to be doing the commercial the next day. So he was like, all right, this shit ain't working. But he could be in the commercial, though, because we need a little energetic motherfucker going through the aisles. That's exactly how it started. And ever since that Kmart commercial, it's just been up since then, bro. I've been going on auditions. I've been booking shit. Like, my first movie, I was 4. Shit you not. And I actually... one of the things I kind of pride myself on, like I've never did a major network like Nickelodeon, Disney. I was doing movies from RIP, bro. Like, it made me grow up a little faster. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right. Hell yeah,
My
bro.
first R-rated shit was 06.
Oh, yeah, so
That's the strip club shit. We
Yeah,
was
so you
filming
was
in
just
Puerto
seeing
Rico,
shit.
all that shit. Like, niggas just shooting each other. It was crazy.
Nah, that's lit.
It's a movie called Illegal Tender. I don't know if you...
Illegal
if
Dude, I love that movie.
Nah, that's fire.
I'm Randy, the little brother. You remember that shit? Yeah.
Yes,
I did not expect you to see that. That's
bro,
crazy.
I love that movie.
Really?
Who's the actor that played your older brother?
Rick Gonzalez.
Bro, that movie's so fire. Have you seen that movie?
Nah, I never seen that shit.
You ever seen Coach Carter?
Coach Carter, yeah, I seen
You know the
Coach Carter.
Spanish kid from Coach Carter with the fro?
Yeah.
That's Rick Gonzalez. He played my older brother in Illegal Tender.
Bro, I love him. I
I gotta
did
see
not
that
know
shit.
you were
He's
in
an
that.
incredible fucking actor.
Yeah.
I'm not
Never
gonna
see
lie.
that.
Yeah,
He's a
I
great
haven't seen that
person.
movie in a long time, but
Hell
I
yeah.
remember like I being a kid because also that movie Next Day Air that Omari was in.
That was
like those were the
incredible.
movies that I grew up
You
on.
know that there's like a thing. There's like a, what is that shit called? Like a conspiracy that Ghost is the character from Next Day Air. Shit you not. Shit you not.
Have you seen that movie with Mike Epps?
I seen it before, yeah, but I
Fire.
never watched it.
He was a
again.
major
Yeah.
drug dealer in that fucking movie.
Right.
He was like
He was
pre.
moving crazy.
It would be pre-Ghost.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that shit was cool.
That's where like the ghost face started.
Hell
where
yeah.
because I think he gets shot in like one of the rooms. He's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Shit you not,
But he's
bro.
way better at it.
That was
than
a
me.
great movie, bro. That's a good throwback. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So you do that movie and then where does it go next? Like
So basically, that movie sent me into popularity.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. We did like the Puerto Rican Day Parade after that, and we had a float and everything. And then after that, I just kept booking shit. It was weird. I was doing a lot of independent projects, but then I was also doing a lot of feature films. And it was like, I kind of got put into this like pigeonhole category of the funny fat friend, right? So at 12, I starved myself until I lost some type of weight.
Right.
Lost the weight, kept it off, and I started really honing in on my craft and like really working on shit. And that's when I started booking more of the deeper roles. There was the movie I did called 3 Generations with Elle Fanning, and it was about 3 generations of women in the family, and then the last generation wanted to be a man. She transitioned, rather she became transgender. And I feel like, firstly, that movie came out at a time where it was taboo to talk about it.
Right.
And I feel like it was extremely important for it to come out when it did. Once I did that movie, I felt like there was a purpose behind acting. It wasn't just a check.
Right.
I can actually make somebody's day a little bit better by doing this, you know?
Right.
So I kind of started going out for shit that was harder, you know? Shit that I felt like I didn't really match the character description that well. It's like blonde hair, blue eyed kid. I'm still go out for it, you know? Like, just to see if my talent can put me in different places, and it fucking did.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
we're here.
Believe
now.
in your fucking self, man.
That is the one thing that I
Believe
feel
in
like I never
yourself,
did
man.
before. I never believed in my talents, and I never believed in myself.
It took me a while to really believe in my shit too, bro. I did shit when I was little, and you know what's crazy? Like my career really kind of started just like yours, bro. A lady came up to me and my mom's from a talent agency, a kids talent agency, and she was like, "Is your kid into modeling or acting or anything like that?" And literally, my first 2 jobs was a photo shoot for Target and a commercial for Price Choppers.
See how that
And
shit
literally, bro, and like after that, I did a music video, and then boom, whatever. But like,
I think I know
How
the
come
music
no one
video
came
you're
up to
talking
me and said I was a hot kid? I would have been richer way younger, dude. No, I'm kidding.
nah, but
That's how shit goes, man.
It's
Like
crazy,
I was
bro.
telling him outside, like I just moved out the projects in the start of season 2. I've been acting 20 years, bro, but real shit, it's like you already know how this goes, bro.
Hell
Certain
yeah.
projects pay better than others, and it's like
and
I moved my parents out first. I moved my parents and my sister out first. I feel like that was important. You feel
so
me?
they was out the project before you was.
Yeah, because my sister's
That's real
my sister's
shit
10
right
now.
there. That's
So,
real
like,
shit right there,
thank
bro.
you.
I ain't
At the
gonna lie.
time, she was 8.
That's like what, bro? Like, bro, y'all niggas getting money, bro. Move your parents out the hood.
That's
before
a
y'all
fact.
move yourselves out.
Bro,
Bro, that's tough, bro.
We were just talking about shit like this in the hall and
That's
shit. It's
crazy,
like
bro.
shit happens. You feel me? Like
That's
there's situations where your notoriety brings danger.
Hell yeah.
I felt like I already knew how to move in the projects. My sister didn't need to learn that. My sister didn't
she
need to
young.
be that person.
Yeah.
She's only fucking 8. So it's like, I'm gonna let her develop. Because she didn't even have friends yet. It's like, I'm gonna let her develop and shit out there, wherever they move to. And they moved to Brooklyn, and she's a completely different person than who I was at 10. So
Yeah.
That's
I'm
beautiful,
happy
bro.
about that
That's
shit.
real beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough.
Did people start like recognizing you like there, like where you lived and all that stuff, like, or it was kind of like a known? Yeah. I know the answer. I just want to bring up the topic.
It's funny because like Illegal Tender was a hood favorite,
Right.
right? So every hood that I went to, I was getting recognized out the ass. Even now at this age, it was like, because my face didn't change that much.
Right.
there was a couple times that I go to like Bushwick or something, and they'd be like, "You that kid from Illegal Tender?" It's a throwback, but yeah, I am cool. When this shit came out, bro, it was everywhere. I don't care. It didn't have to be a hood, bro. I was getting recognized in Soho. I was getting recognized in Jersey. I was getting recognized. I went to Kalahari. You know the
that's like upstate type shit.
Nah, I think that's in Pennsylvania. It's like a water park.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Bro,
about. Like
the entire time I was there, bro, like it was just hordes of people coming up to me and my friend group, like, "You the kid from Power? That shit just came out last Sunday. I was watching your ass." Like,
yo, bro.
Thank you.
What?
That shit is crazy.
It's crazy.
I don't remember my last time going to Kalahari too. I was like 6 months.
Y'all can't do regular shit no more. That's the problem. I can still do
I be
regular
doing
shit.
mad regular shit though.
We do mad regular shit.
Mad regular
I
shit.
feel like mad regular is like comparatively to before you were this person, before you were synonymous with the character names that you have.
Right.
Do you really think it's the exact same amount of regular
Nah,
shit?
it's definitely a lot changed. Like when like season 1 through season 4 of Power, I was still with my friends. We was still taking the bus. Like
I feel you on that. Yeah.
Of Power, of original Power.
I feel you
and
on
then,
that.
Once season 4 really started blowing up, because that's when like Power started becoming like a real like phenomenon type shit. So like people really started noticing me everywhere. Because I used to be able to like people ask me, "Yo, you look like that kid from Power." Like, nah, it's not me. After a while, nigga, I couldn't deny that shit. After a while, so I was like,
you got a very distinctive ass
you feel me?
face,
So,
bro.
it was crazy, bro. But like, shit, man, like, yeah, nah. Now I don't know. Like, I be doing regular shit, but it's definitely a way different type of step.
It's a different type of regular.
Yeah.
My issue
It's what
is
you can manage
I don't
now.
think of myself as famous.
Yeah,
so like,
that's the thing too. Like sometimes I just be like, bro, whatever. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
right.
You can do it, like,
But then Joe and the people around us be like, "You guys can't do that." And I'm like, dude, don't like. I post my location. Like I post where I'm at.
That shit,
Dude, I was rollerblading down Ventura in LA like a week ago.
And you was just recording shit,
Look at me rollerblading. And then I just was like, I don't think of anything like it. And then all of a sudden, like people are pulling up next to you on the road. They're like, "Oh shit!" Like, and I'm like, "Oh okay." Like it's weird because you don't see yourself as that. And then also it's a thing of like I'm not gonna let this dictate what I can and can't do.
That is a fact.
Just because I like, dude, I love being an entertainer. Like these people, you guys see me, I'm a clown. Like I like being funny. That's all I love to do. And I'm like, why should just me like to do that? Like, why should that hinder what I can do in real life?
I get
that is
So
a fact.
that's
It's
kinda
fucked up. It's fucked up that's the case, but it's just like, bro,
Like with that PNB Rock shit.
yeah, bro, crazy. Rest in
R.I.P.,
peace,
bro.
PM. Yeah, bro.
R.I.P.
Right, it's like
For real.
I don't know, man. That stuff like gets to me because we don't see ourselves as like that, but it's also like that's why you have Joe and Cam being like, "Whoa, hold on, like you guys can't go to
I
this
think
spot."
the
You guys,
confirmation I had to that was I had posted when I moved into my new apartment, when I moved out the projects and shit. I was so happy.
Right.
So when I posted the whole inside of the crib and that wasn't a problem. But then I had posted the view from my apartment.
right?
And it's funny as hell. I remember, you guys know Toby Sandeman. He plays.
Oh, that's our guy,
That's my
bro.
boy. We was in
Bro.
Houston.
We had him
teed up.
turned out in Houston.
We was turned up in Houston.
So he
Oh,
actually,
turned up, not turned out. Turned up. My bad.
that took a weird turn.
Fire for that.
So he actually hit me up on Instagram. He swiped up on the post and he was like, "You might want to take this down." And I didn't really know where he was coming from until I went to work and I saw him and shit. And he was like, "You know I'm right up the way from you." And I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm right up the way from where you at." And I don't post that shit.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it though.
What's your address?
He was, yeah.
What's your no?
I was dead about the answer too. Like, so he tells me like, "You might want to take that down." And I'm like, I'm not there yet.
Right.
Like I definitely name
That's
drop
what
both
it
of
is.
y'all. I was like, I'm not there. I'm not Tariq. I'm not Braden yet. Like I'm
No,
not
but here's the
that
thing. It's so
person.
funny. We do the same thing though. We're like, I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Lil Baby. I'm not
Realize
Denzel. Like I'm not there
sometimes
yet.
you are
But
there.
yeah, that's so interesting that you said that. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, you're good, bro. You just gotta realize sometimes like it took a lot for me, especially the fact that I just moved out the projects. I'm not nobody in my mind.
Right.
Realistically speaking, like I'm just AJ. So it took for a person to literally pull up to, there's a storage place that's diagonally across the street from my building that I caught in the camera. Son sat there for 6 hours.
Right.
I came out my crib to go to the store. And when I went to the store, he hopped out the car and was like, "Yo, bro, I've been sitting here for hours just trying to bump into you. I saw you post this shit. I knew exactly where that shit was at." I was like,
Yeah.
And it's crazy that
I ain't
niggas
posting
be
that shit no more,
comfortable
bro.
admitting some shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, nigga, that's weird.
You
Like,
say it's 6
I
hours,
oiled my
guy?
body up. I waited for you, AJ.
Bro, I'm
Ever since illegal tender, baby.
Bro, and you really gotta look at these people like, that's not weird. Okay,
Right.
cool. No, thank you for the support. Like,
yeah,
Right.
bro,
you gotta
can't
just
even
keep
be like,
going
bro,
with it.
you can't even look at them and be like, bro, that's mad weird. Like, cause they gonna look at you like, you a dickhead. Like,
Exactly. And I feel like I learned
really
that
just gotta be like,
early.
thank you, and
I
keep it
learned
pushing.
that I needed to be a specific person to people early, but
Right.
I didn't realize they kind of make you somebody without you being that person.
Right,
You know?
right.
They make who you are in their head, and
Right.
they expect you to be a specific type of way. And it's like, I can't tell you how many people have pulled up on me speaking straight Spanish because of this show. I got a fucking Puerto Rican flag above my bed, bro. Do you know how disappointed people are when they come up to me and start rambling in Spanish?
and you don't know,
I'm like,
you don't know what they say.
You're like, damn.
damn. Like, I'm
Wait,
not
you like,
even-
word?
I catch
bet.
3 words out the whole shit. I swear to God, because, bro, I
You're
catch
like,
3
see,
words. I'll be
see.
like, no. They're like, oh, so you're not on the show? I'll be like, nah, yeah,
Nah,
I am.
on the
Shit,
show,
I'm
I
sorry.
am on the show.
You gotta translate this a little bit
Yeah.
for me, but I get what you.
Yeah, it is interesting because it's funny because I used to do the same thing. I used to record out my window all the time because
Hell
my
yeah.
super used to get arrested like twice a week.
That's
Yo,
fucking
I got into a
hilarious.
fight with this nigga super, bro.
You
Cause
lying.
of my
Swear to
car,
God.
bro. Like, not a physical fight, but
Nah,
like,
yeah, you was
he
arguing
was
with
just
the nigga.
bugging out on me.
He's like, I'm going back to the crib. I'm getting a strap. Like,
yeah,
bro.
cause like, so boom, so like at the spot that G lived at.
I'm still a hooder. You can't do shit like that.
You feel me? He was bugging out. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, so boom, I pull up to Gianni's crib. Like every time I pull up to Gianni's crib, I don't tell him I'm here. I don't go to his doorbell and ring. I just get there. I park right in front of his shit and go rev my engine like 4 or 5 times.
I just
So he
want to throw
knows
out
I'm-
there that's some cool nigga shit. That's not regular.
Hey, and here's the thing. It's an Audi R8 too. It's not
Bro,
like
like
it's
we
anything.
pulling up on MTA, bro. Like I just got off the train. Where you at? Like this nigga revving the engine. But go ahead, though. My fault. I ain't mean to cut you off.
It just got like that about 2 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was on the MTA before, you know what I'm saying? But like, I pull up to his crib, I'm just like, I just rev my engine, he hears that shit from his window, so he just opens the door.
Yeah, I feel
so I
you.
do it one day, and then the super's like across the street, just like sweeping or whatever he's doing, I don't know. He's like, cut the fucking noise. I'm like, why you so mad? Like, it's not even that, like, bro, you live in New York, it's noisy
Right.
anyway.
Right.
So I said, I bet. So I start revving my shit again.
Here's the thing. Simultaneously, I'm upstairs. I hear my super yelling. I thought he was yelling to Mike, keep revving it. That's sick.
Oh,
so I'm like, oh, my boy. Get along. I'm like, oh, shit. Right.
That's a minor ass
Right.
Yeah, you feel me? So I'm revving that shit.
That's
and then bro just crosses the street and just starts bugging out. I'm with Pessy, so you know Pessy, he don't fuck around. Pessy start bugging out. And then like the
You need
situation
one
just-
person around you like that.
Yeah,
At least one.
you need one person. But
Yeah.
like after a while the situation just like diffused, but he was high.
Well,
He
I
was-
came running downstairs.
Johnny
I
came
put
out.
on my shoes. Oh, fuck. I look
He
out the
went
window.
back to Whole Foods mad fast. He's like, no, please,
Right.
it's okay. Like,
I came running out, and he's like, I'm going back. I'm like, bro, get like over there. This dude
Yeah.
fights people every day anyways.
and he's just super.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I used to record him because he would do shit every day. Like this dude getting arrested, this dude fighting people. I have video saved on my phone
His
of him
job
just.
security is crazy.
Bro,
Like,
it's not that serious, bro.
Insane.
It's not that
Insane.
serious. It was the East Village.
bro, there's no
Come on.
fucking way.
Come on,
That's
bro. It's
crazy.
the fucking East Village. Like, what are we
Yeah.
doing here? There's like NYU kids. Like, so
he
yeah,
took his
that was
shit way
so.
too- he was
Anyways,
top
wait,
flight.
where was
That's
it?
what
Oh
it
yeah,
was.
so I recorded the outside thing. But to go back to people like waiting for us and like fanning
Yeah.
out, like I'm a fan of other people, so I get that. Not to that extent because
Yeah.
we're around entertainers, celebrities, musicians all the time. But I had a conversation because I've talked about this before. I went on tour with a pretty big musician last year, and people would wait outside the venue like a day earlier,
Like how we just
they
acting like
came
we don't
before-
know who
Right.
that person was.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay?
or they would wait at his hotel.
Word.
Like
They
they
came
would just
for some Jordans or some shit.
wait
Nah,
for what?
that's- Like camping out for Jordans.
Yeah, you said they
Right,
were
right,
like
right,
iPhone
yeah,
Jordans.
camping out for
They
Jordans,
came
right.
out for some Jordans.
But like, and I even just saw he's in Europe right now performing, and people would just wait outside the hotel just for him to walk out and wave. And that blows my mind because it's
Yeah.
like, you're not even getting any entertainment.
Yo.
He's not singing, he's not doing anything, he's just waving.
You know what's crazy? Not to cut you off.
No, please,
Not to
I cut
you-
everyone off apparently in the comments, whatever it says. We're just having a fun conversation.
I
bro.
read that one time. I was like, bro, he's excited.
Yeah,
Like, what
bro,
the fuck?
It's a conversation. What am I
It
going to do?
is. Bro, we don't, bro,
I'll
conversations
wait
don't go
until
like
you're
that.
done speaking, then I will make my point. Like,
Yeah, nah, that's
Conversations
no,
don't
but go
like
on.
that.
But I was in the city one time, and it was just mad traffic. I was in the LES. It was like right in front of the city. I don't know if I was linking up with you. I don't know what I was doing, but I was like right by the 60, and the artist you're talking about, he was there, bro. Bro, I'm like trying to get past, bro. It's so much traffic. It's so much people.
Because we went to go see. It's Machine
It was the
Gun
day
Kelly.
before that, I think, or the day after.
I wasn't going to name drop, but I'm like, I already know who
I said it before, and but yeah, we went to because he had SNL that night.
I think it might have been like the day. Yeah, I think it might have been the day of or some shit like that.
Listening to Bro since laced up.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
But literally early in the day, bro, I'm like, I see like fucking 100 people in front of the 60 LES just like sitting there, and then I see the Sprinter pull up. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And I just see MGK come out. I'm like, oh shit, my boy.
Oh, because we were going to meet him because he was doing. You were staying at the LES before.
I was linking up with you that day. I definitely was.
And then because he was at SNL that night. But to that point, so his producer, the guy that plays, is our best friend. This guy Slim. He's one of my closest friends in the world. We sat down and I said to him, I was like, dude, they're waiting outside his hotel just to get a glimpse of him. Like, that's crazy.
It's
like,
fucking wild, right?
And he said to me, he's like, you got to think about it. Most people never see people who are famous, ever. They never see a celebrity. Unless they go to a concert, they never just see someone being normal, not on a stage.
Exactly.
And he's like, this is why they do it. It's like, you guys are around it all the time. We're around it all the time. But it's like 99% of people, like, they don't see that.
And that's another reason I really be taking pictures 99.8% of the time.
Yeah.
For real. Like, every time someone asks me for a picture, I have to take, because it's like, who knows when they're gonna see another celebrity.
You know what?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like we take pictures all day long.
Yeah.
It's all day, so it's just like another thing that happens. But like that's like in Houston, like that's a one time in a mall in Houston, someone will see someone.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's just.
You know what I find interesting? There will be the most regular moments to you, right? Something that it doesn't stick out in memory at all, and that is literally the pinnacle of someone else's existence.
Right.
Meeting you was the thing that motivated them to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Right.
And I feel like when
That
I
is
realized
really a
that,
fact.
that was something that changed my perception of meeting people. Because at
Right.
first, when I got on this show, it was like, I really got to change how accessible I am, right? Yes, but to an extent. It's not that I have to be completely shunned off. I have to filter it out a little bit. And I feel like learning that process is kind of what made me, because I've always been a humble dude. I'm just me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Realizing at certain times meeting people was like what they needed. There was one dude specifically as a young kid, and he told me there's a lot of shit been going on in his life. And he was like, I never felt like I could do fucking anything. And then I saw you in Illegal Tender, and then I realized you the kid from fucking Power, you famous. And I was like, this dude's been fucking acting for years. This kid just randomly went on an audition and booked this shit and felt like he had so much more to live for now. And it was like, wow.
But when did you have that moment of you meeting someone? Because here's the thing, I don't like talking about fame because it's like, oh, like I'm this, I'm that. Like we don't think of ourselves like that. I know all three of us personally, like that's not the way we think.
Exactly.
Because I've had that moment with someone above me. I was a server. I was catering at Sony one day, and I went out for Riverdale. That's why I always shit on the show. I went out for Riverdale.
You actually went out? Yo,
Yeah,
I never knew you went out for...
I was in the mix. I was like, I tested for it.
You
like,
told me that
That's
before?
awesome, bro.
I think I might have told you that
I don't
before.
remember you ever telling
This is
me
how y'all know y'all
That-
close.
that-
Y'all been talking about mad shit for years.
Everything. Riverdale and 13 Reasons Why. I went out for both those things.
Wow.
And I didn't book either of them, and I was still just...
Fuck both of them shows
Yeah,
for
fuck
not
those.
booking my
But
boy.
here's the thing. It worked
we on
out the
Power
way it's supposed to
now.
work out. Because
Fucking
if I was on either of those shows right now, I'd kill myself.
Bro, it would be 13 reasons for fucking Gianni right now.
But here's
Like,
the thing. It's like those are great shows, but like they can't really go anywhere, and you're doing the same thing. Like I'm doing everything I want to do right now in the show. But I went to cater at Sony on the lot, and I remember seeing the cast of 13 Reasons Why, the cast of Riverdale. Like the show had just come out, it was the hottest thing, and I'm sitting there in a fucking catering uniform, and I'm like, I want to kill myself right now. Like it was the worst feeling I've ever had in my life. I went in the bathroom. I'm on my phone. I'm like, man, this is fucking terrible. Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad, Walter
Bryan
White,
fucking Cranston
walks
bro?
in. I swear on my life, walks in, sees
Walter
me.
White?
For some reason, saw that I was so down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was on me, like I was just in the, and he just looked at me and goes, it'll get better. And then walked out. And that was my moment that
That's
I
fucking
met
beautiful,
someone.
bro.
And I had seen, like,
Nah, what the
That's fucking beautiful, bro.
I don't even know, like, what if I, like, was living a great life? He was like, it'll get better. I'm like, my life's pretty good. But no, for some reason, he knew.
Yeah.
And then he just said it'll get better and walked out. That was my moment where I met someone. So I'm not trying to play it like, oh, like, I'm that person to everybody.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That was my moment. So I'm curious, did you guys ever have a moment like that where you met someone?
Yeah.
Who do you remember it specifically?
I met, and you might find this funny. So I went out for, there's, you guys have probably gone through this. There's auditions that you guys go to sometimes, not now, because you're who you are, but before, right? I know you went out on auditions that don't fit you at all.
Right.
Like, they don't fit your description, your personality, none of that shit. I went out for the role you played in Barbershop 3, right?
Jalen?
That shit made no sense.
Jalen?
That shit made no sense.
Insane.
It made no sense when
What
I
the
went to the
fuck?
audition because they told me I'm playing Ice Cube, son. I'm like,
How?
I went out for that part too. I didn't get it.
I'm
though.
like, I'm like, yo, she light skinned? Is the mom light skinned as shit? Like, I ain't know. And then I rewatched Barbershop 2. I'm like, she not light skinned. Like,
Right.
Yeah, they
how the
both-
fuck is this gonna work?
Yeah.
But whatever. I remember going out for that, right? And then
That's
like
fucking crazy.
2 weeks after that, I shit you not, bro. 2 weeks after that, I'm doing, what was I doing? I think I was doing like some random ass AIDS walk. I used to do a lot of those when I was
Right.
younger, right? So I'm doing a random AIDS walk, and I'm there, I'm talking to the people and shit. I'm trying to be, you know, his illegal tennis still has some type of fame.
Right.
So I'm trying to still ride off of that a little bit, right? I remember being there and I saw James Gandolfini.
Oh.
Right? It was
Tony
like right
Soprano.
before he passed away.
That's fucking crazy.
It was like right before he passed away. And I remember just being shocked and like just frozen.
I will freeze in my
Bro,
boots if I was
what?
to see him.
I
bro.
had binge watched
Rest in
Sopranos. Like
That's
I
a
was
good
just-
one.
He's also in what's that movie? Get Shorty. Like I found him fucking hilarious in that. Like I just really liked him as an actor, right?
Talented motherfucker.
So he goes,
He was
yo,
different.
Yo, could you excuse me real quick, we're taking a picture. So the guy goes, well, he's here too. I was like, get in the fucking pic. I was like, okay. So I stood next to him and the girl that played his sister in the show, the woman that
Right.
played his sister in
Yep.
the show. And I doubt she remembers this at all. But I remember telling her that he's scaring the shit out of me. And she was like, why? And I was like, no, I just love him so much. I don't know if I could be me. She goes, he's him. You're you.
Right.
You guys are at the same level right now. Just take the pic. I was like, oh
Damn.
shit. And that just clicked for me. For
Right.
everybody else that I met, it was like, if I'm in a room with you, it's for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I'm here, it's, even if in the regard of catering and shit like that, you were there for a fucking reason because you needed to meet Bryan Cranston, you needed to get that motivation. So I felt like with that specific moment, I needed to be told that I was still important. No matter the fact that they were A-list fucking celebrities and I'm probably Z.
Right.
But still, I'm here for a reason. I'm at the AIDS walk and it's not like, you know, I'm not a patient. So it's like, I'm here in the facility to talk to the patients.
Right.
That's important. So I felt like learning my own importance was something I needed to do along the way. And that conversation is really what got me to like, fuck that. I get it's an independent movie, but somebody feels better off this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that was my moment.
That's fucking. Do you remember yours? Mike's like, I was with 4 strippers in Jamaica, and I was like, this is it.
Fucking life, bro.
Nah, like,
Fucking
I mean,
life,
part of that, yeah. You remember? I'm like, word, I'm definitely doing some good shit. But nah, real shit though, like, I wouldn't even say it's like one specific person. I would say it's a lot of people that just like believed in me from the beginning and just really just pushed me to just keep going. I would say one person, when I used to draw graffiti a lot, somebody named Gano. He was like an actor, but he was also an artist, and he would teach me graffiti, but like he knew, like he seen something in me that I guess like not a lot of other people seen, and he was like, yo, you need to be, you know, performing and shit like that. Another person, Megatron, he was a DJ for Hot 97. That was one of
Megatron?
Yeah, that was one of my
That's
mother. That was
crazy.
one of my mother's closest friends. Like,
Word?
yeah, bro, that was my mom's best friend, bro.
That's
like, I knew him
crazy.
since I was about 4 years old, and like he used to just bring me to 106 in the park a lot. That's when I first met like Alicia Keys. I met like a lot of people going over there,
beautiful.
and like he told my mom like before I started doing anything, bro. Like I always told him I wanted to be a DJ.
Word?
Yeah, I always told him I wanted to be a DJ, bro. Like I fell in love with music before I fell in love with anything.
That's a fact.
So I told him like I want to be a DJ, but he told my mom, he was like, your son is gonna be a star one day. He's gonna be like a big star. He's gonna be on the screen.
Yep.
And like I always just looked up to him because he was just always somebody I wanted to be. He was a DJ for fucking Hot 97. I'm like, yo, I want to be a DJ.
Yeah.
But he always just told me, yo, just keep going on your path and whatever is for you is gonna be for you. And like
That's a fact.
yeah, and like he always just been a big inspiration for me. Rest in peace, Megatron.
You know who's like that for me? because like, not necessarily on like he's multifaceted as fuck, but it may sound kind of I watch a lot of podcast stuff, right? Including you guys. Crew has it.
Crew has it. Subscribe.
100K. But what's funny is, you guys know who Joey Diaz is?
Yeah,
Joey Diaz,
dude.
yeah.
Uncle Joey.
Yeah,
I
he's
loved it,
funny
dude.
as
I've
fuck.
met Joey Diaz a ton of times.
But Joey Diaz, though, I feel like he is one of the few people that started late, first and foremost, and also made it big.
Right.
And I feel like that combination doesn't happen a lot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that man has been through the shit that he's been through, like I said, I just moved up the project. So obviously there's a story behind that. You know what I'm saying? That man has a fucking tale to tell. And I feel like if anybody can come out of the fucking mud and make it from shit like that,
Joey Diaz.
this is just a cakewalk for me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we all go through shit.
Right.
We all go through shit, and we all have to dig into a part of ourselves and we don't really like sometimes.
Right.
That man has done that shit more times than he probably wanted to, and I feel like the success and the humble nature he still has is what motivates me to be who I am.
Yeah. Have you seen Longest Yard?
Longest Yard.
Adam Sandler. It was an Adam
Chris Rock?
Sandler remake.
He plays Fat Tony, the guy. Somebody give me a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
That guy.
You know what's
yeah.
funny? The best thing I feel like I've ever heard from him was the fact he did Joe Rogan's podcast a lot, right? So one of the times he did like 3-4 years ago, he was saying that the mob movie's dead, right? Like no mob movie's gonna come out again because of the Sopranos and shit like that, and The Godfather.
Right.
Then they made The Irishman. Mm-hmm. He had said so many times, like, I'm never picking up a fucking script if there's like Angelo and that's the character name, shit like that. He fucking played a mobster named Angelo.
Right.
And I swear to God, that is the best mob movie that's come out in the last 10, 15 fucking years. Like, I get why it took that
What's the name
long.
of it? What's the name of it?
The Irishman. with
Oh,
Robert
yeah,
De Niro.
yeah.
And it's also an incredible dynamic shift.
It's a long-ass movie. I think I know it.
It's like 3 hours.
Yeah. I actually saw it and I fell asleep watching it. Like, my attention span is so bad,
You gotta
bro.
separate it sometimes into
3
2 watches.
hours
but
is
that's an
crazy,
incredible
bro.
fucking movie. It's a great dynamic shift too, because you
It's
always
tough,
used to
though.
like Joe Pesci being the side character.
Right.
You always used to him being either the muscle or somebody else that's just not high on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? Casino was like the highest he'd been on the totem pole as far as the mob.
Casino is
shit
one of my
goes.
favorite movies.
Bro,
God.
what?
That's one of my favorite movies. That
Incredible.
shit was crazy.
I went to Vegas last week. I thought it was fucking Sam Rothstein. I was like,
It was moving crazy out there.
That's fucking
That shit
incredible.
looks so fucking.
But I feel like real shit, Joey Diaz is a big motivation to me, and I feel like, you know, there's a lot of times that you guys can attest, there's a lot of times that you don't know if what you're doing is
The
really
right
that
shit.
good.
Yeah,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying?
Like, real shit. I had that question many times. Like,
right.
obviously, like, things been going great, but I just be criticizing myself. Like,
you always gonna be your biggest critic.
yeah, bro. It's like, all right, I'm doing this, but it's like, when it's time to branch out to some other shit, it's like, could I really do that? Like, could I put this behind me and really lock into something else? It's like,
Yeah.
I had those thoughts, but
I
Fucking
feel like
hilarious.
you both were like somewhat inaccessible before this show. Not as far as like, because I fucking met you downtown.
Right.
I literally just walked.
Yeah, I
don't know
met
if he
you in the
told
East Village.
Yeah,
I
he
dead
told me.
met
he
him
told
in
me.
the East Village, bro. He was getting recognized, and I was like, I'm gonna see you
Oh,
tomorrow.
I was taking a picture with someone
Yeah.
the day of the Raising Kanan premiere.
No, it was the day before. It was the day before.
It was the day before?
Literally the day before, and I was like, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I holla. He was
We
like,
was lit
he
at
was
the
like,
Raising
"Wait,
Kanan
man,
premiere."
You in Raising Kanan? I was like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I fuck with you, bro, but I'll see you tomorrow. I got you. I'm gonna take my pick tomorrow. So he was like, all right, cool. That shit was. It was like, I still do shit like that, bro. I still run down on people. I be like, yo, bro, you don't realize who you are sometimes. Like, all right,
Right.
cool. I met what is it, fucking guys?
Nigga, I be doing that shit too. Like,
First
not
time
to
I met Fifth, bro.
Yeah,
yeah.
forget it.
You want to talk about Bryan Cranston's story, nigga? I'm in the bathroom, literally throwing up. I'm at the first table read for Power, and I'm underdressed than a motherfucker, bro. Like, I got on some bullshit ass cargo pants, a fucking t-shirt that my man's made the brand for. Like, I'm wearing whatever, because I didn't. Table reads are never big and televised.
Right.
We got stars cameras on the side and shit. I'm fixing my hair.
For the first table
Like-
read, they be making like a little behind the scenes or all that. Yeah,
You ain't had a podcast, so I ain't know that. Like, you ain't never say shit like that.
See, look, we letting y'all know for the
You feel me?
future.
I have no
for the
prior info, so I go to the back. I saw 50, and that's what kind of sent me over the edge. I saw 50. He's in a fucking baby blue suit with a white turtleneck
Looking
and
clean.
the crispest Air Forces I've ever fucking
And the watch
seen,
was
bro.
blinging, chain, I already know.
I kind of went partially blind for a second. But I go to the bathroom, right? Puke my life away. Go to the sink, I'm washing my face and shit. I go to walk out, and I'm texting my mom, because my mom is my manager, right? So I'm texting my mom on my phone. I'm like, I know I'm here, but I don't think I can do this. Like, I'm panicking. And she's like, what the fuck you mean, bro? We like 18 years in this shit. What you mean you panicking? I'm like, I'm fucking panicking. Like, you don't know who's at this table right now. I'm looking across from fucking Love and Basketball, my guy. Like, this is some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
He walks in the bathroom. And as soon as he walks in, he goes, hey, pick your fucking head up. What you doing? I was like, I shit you not, this is the last day I walked with my head down. That is the last day I've ever walked anywhere with my head down. And since then, I'm chin held high, not giving a fuck who's
You see 50
considered.
Yep. That's the type of energy 50 bring to you.
Right.
Like, if he see you, like, you kind of, like, a little to yourself, he gonna do whatever to, like,
Hell yeah,
break you out
bro.
the shell and make you just
Hell
comfortable with
yeah.
the environment. Like,
And I feel like that was probably the best way I've ever met anybody. Because it showed me how real and, like, regular he was. But also showed me the importance of what we was doing. It's like, you can't have that image, bro. You can't look like you scared. If you scared, everybody's gonna be scared.
Right,
I was
you
like,
gotta show up.
shit.
Right.
That stuck with me since that day. I
gotta
don't even
show
think
up.
he realizes that was that important to me.
Bro, he says mad shit that he don't realize is so
Just
important to
dropping
everyone.
fucking gems, bro.
what?
Like, it's nothing. This shit is crazy.
One thing he always tell, like, the one thing he told me this once actually, but I just always remember it in my head. He said, never feel too entitled because that's when you deprive yourself.
Wow.
When you feeling too entitled to
Real
something,
shit.
you could block yourself for so many blessings that's coming your way and you don't even notice because you're so entitled to this one thing that you want so bad. And it's a million other things that's worth way more than what you want. And it's just like, you don't even know what you missing because you just entitled to something else. He said, yeah, whatever. Like, he said, never feeling too entitled to where you deprive yourself. I'm like, that stuck with me.
He
Yeah,
showed
that's
me
tough.
with I think I had 30 minutes cumulatively with 50. Like, just one-on-one. And I think in them 30 minutes, I've picked up more life advice than I have from anybody else I know.
Yeah.
And this shit is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I said to him many years ago, I said, hate it or love it, the underdog's on top, and he went with that. Yeah, he made a song
Bro,
about it.
you fucking had me, bro. I really been thinking about
And you
this
don't,
deep shit,
you don't
bro.
even see it coming.
I didn't be seeing it coming, bro. But it's
Gotcha! All right,
He texted me. I didn't know what a one-liner was, right? He goes, I'm going to teach you a thing or two, kid. I'm like, yes, please, because I don't know what
Yo,
the
you
fuck
know what's
is
mad
going.
crazy? I didn't know what a one-liner was up until, like a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago.
He just put me onto that
I
shit one
swear.
day before yesterday,
I
bro.
I
swear.
texted him and asked him, I was like, yo, we
And
want
I
you
never knew how to read it. You can't read it from top to bottom. You got to read it from
bottom up.
yeah.
You know how,
The
like,
end of the day, and then
Japanese
you go
manga
up.
is like
I'm like, what the
backwards. It's the
fuck?
same
Right.
shit, bro. I don't know how to read caution.
Well, I asked him if he like, I was like, hey, are you alive? We want you to come on the podcast. Like, are you shooting right now? I just didn't know his schedule. And he's like, yeah, I'm shooting right now. And I was like, oh, because I asked him, I was like, just check the one-liner if you're working on one. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, what's the one-liner?
Yeah, bro.
Real shit.
I literally
I
asked the
was- I
same
was like-
question
I was
2
like-
years ago
I
when
was
they told
like,
me to
let
check
me
the
put
one line. I
you
said,
on.
it was Paige that told me to check the one line. I said, what's the one line? And she's like, oh, it's just the shit that shit. I'm like,
I be calling that shit an itinerary.
So I be looking at it. I was looking at it. I was reading it, and I was reading it from the top to the bottom. I'm like, this shit is not making sense, Paige. Like, what do you? What? And then she's like, no, you got to read it from
Fucking
here. To up.
gibberish,
I'm like,
So for
whoa.
everyone, basically the one-liner is it gives you the schedule of who's in what scene it is, what day it's happening, what the weather's gonna be like, if it's indoors, outdoors, it's everything.
Yo, now that you really explaining it like that, it's so embarrassing that I did not know what the
We've
fuck
been
it was
working for
this
years,
long.
bro. For years.
For this long,
Bro,
bro.
I made 20 years on July 16th.
Wicked, bro.
20 years on July 16th, bro. A lot of people don't realize that shit.
That's really wicked, bro.
And I did not know what the fucking one-liner was. That's a conversation I have
I
on my
love
head a
Gianni.
lot.
Thank you, bro. I wouldn't
not
have known
lying
that
to
shit.
Man, he's next week. All right, let's get into some fan questions for
Oh,
you
yeah.
because
What
we
they got
didn't
for the
talk
book?
about any power this episode, but we got to have you back just because
Nah,
we had a
yeah,
good
we
time.
gotta-
This is a great.
this is gonna be
Yeah,
fucking
this is-
amazing.
This is great.
Hell
We got to
yeah.
get you and Makai in one episode.
Oh,
We'll
hell
all have
yeah.
so much fun.
That would
What?
be so... Bro, we're not going to get to talk about shit about the show. I just
Yeah,
want you to
at
know
all,
that shit
at
right
all.
now.
All right, so the first question is from Oh That's Vel, and they said if you could pick anyone from Powerverse to be on the Streets Need a Body remix, who would it be?
I think this is a question I get asked a lot. I feel like... Do you guys remember when 50 did the Kanan tape?
Yes.
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 Did anybody
Yes.
else bump that
Yes,
shit? Like,
I
I
did
bumped
bump
the
the
song
Kanan
with Post
tape.
Malone is like one of my favorite fucking songs,
That's
bro.
that shit. And you know what's crazy? Post Malone had remixed Window Shopper like a little bit before
Yeah,
that.
I remember
And I was
that.
like, yo, imagine him and 50 get on the song.
Bro, and they did,
got
and
on
that
that
shit
shit.
was
The
heat.
Kanan tape was tough.
So
Super
I
tough.
feel
Hell
like,
yeah.
outside of being cliched and saying 50, right? I feel like actually having him tap back into that and do like a Kanan
On an old
feature.
school type of...
You can't
Fire.
beat 50. Yeah.
What?
That's fire.
That'd
That's
be
fire.
fucking crazy.
I was literally about to say, like, who else could you even pick from the pop? Like,
I think the only other person I
or
would...
Joey, nigga. Like,
I was
you feel
about
me?
to say that. The only other
Stick to
person I would
Joey.
want to see on a fucking song is Unique.
Kendrick is...
Kendrick was in power as well.
Right,
gotta say
Kendrick,
something. You
Mary,
gotta say
Meth. There's a
You
lot
gotta
of...
say
Yeah, that is true too.
There
That is true.
there's a I want to say like I watch anime, right? So like you ever watch Dragon Ball Z? There's like a god level, right? The
Yeah.
people you're talking about right now are like so inaccessible to me, bro. Bro, Method Man?
Right.
Auntie Mary, bro? Like I don't
I'll
even...
FaceTime either of them after this if you want.
I will fold, bro. Like I just want you. I'm cool right now and all that shit. I will disappear. You ever seen that meme? He just goes like this. That's gonna be fucking me, bro. Like I'm not with, bro. Like I'm still a fan, but I feel like getting an adult Kanan verse on one of my songs would go fucking
That would be tough.
crazy.
Right.
That would be tough.
Not even to discredit anybody else, but like we got Jukebox to really Whitney Houston the fuck out of that.
Yeah,
hoe.
I don't think they meant the character themselves. I think they meant like of a rapper of the...
Oh, so then
It would still be 50 for, I think, for me.
I mean,
think it would
I
definitely be 50.
already gave that answer, so yeah, definitely 50. But I feel like I'm not gonna lie, you might be right. I think Method Man will be the next person that I want to be on, because I've been listening to Method Man since I was fucking
Forever. Right.
4, bro. Like
Right.
I was one of the first
Def
songs I
Jam
ever
Fight for New
heard
York?
was METHOD Man, bro. That was the third song I ever heard.
Game is undefeated, by the way.
Blaze,
What?
we got to get a GameCube because we got to get your GameCube here and bring it back to LA.
Yeah.
Because we in the New York,
You have a
we're in the New York
GameCube?
studio right now. People are like, wait, what? They went
Gotta
back.
play Def Jam. You gotta
we
play
forgot
Def
to
Jam.
say
You
it.
gotta play Fight for New York, all that Vendetta.
You still got that shit?
Yo,
have that on
I
the
still have
PSP.
the disc, bro. I
I
still
have that on the
disc.
PSP.
Gotta
I don't
play.
have that on the
On the
GameCube.
PSP is tough.
I got the PSP.
My
I got the
PSP
game and all
for
that
some
shit.
reason my shit is not reading games right now, bro.
You gotta take it. You gotta take it
I
to
gotta
Geek
take it.
Squad.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out
gotta do
Geek Squad.
something.
They fixed the fuck out of my PSP, and I
Word.
appreciate you.
I gotta
take
bring
it to
it
Geek
back.
Squad.
I gotta bring it.
We're not plugging Geek Squad. They don't pay us. No, I'm kidding.
No, no.
All right,
But I
next-
do appreciate you, though.
I was just kidding.
What's the next question? I bet. So, forever Lil Nunu asks, are you and famous personalities similar in any way?
Embarrassingly, yes. So, like, when I was in high school, I wasn't the same person I am now. And I feel like I had to learn a lot in high school. Like, there's a story that I really don't tell, right? But make a long story short, when I first started high school, I came out of homeschooling.
I mean,
I went from Catholic school to homeschool to public charter high school.
That's wicked. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. That's a different transition.
That's a
and you know,
wild
like, I
transition.
have a little bit of experience in public school, but not like the full experience, because like
4 years.
Yeah, nah,
4 years,
Nah,
bro.
I didn't have that 4-year experience because like my closest friends went to a school literally 10 minutes away from my crib. So I
feel
was
you.
sneaking through the cafeteria. I just be in the school, not doing shit. I just
Yeah.
be in there chilling.
I get
I'll be
you.
in their classrooms just chilling, not doing no work. So I never really got like you feel me? But like,
Yeah, no, I get
I
that.
feel you. Going from homeschool to
Bro.
being fully locked into public school, having to do the curriculum, all of
Peep
that
this,
shit.
peep this. When I get to the school, right?
I would panic.
When I get to
nigga.
the school,
I'm not doing that.
I'm coming from Catholic school, basically. That's the last brick and mortar school I went to. So everybody's Mr. and Miss whatever. You feel me? I get to the school, I'm trying to join, and the administrator goes, "Hi, my name is Brenda." I'm like, okay. Like, I'm waiting for the last name.
Right.
Never
No,
fucking
Miss-
told
They
me.
call first names. Yeah, that's weird.
So I was like, do I call you Brenda? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, this is odd as fuck.
Right.
We start the first day of school, and I remember it being like literally like a switch, bro. I'm gonna ace this shit so easily, I don't have to put any effort in. Because the curriculum from homeschooling in fucking Catholic school
That's hard.
was so much harder.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I'm about to breeze through this bitch. I think it took 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I want to shout out 2 people, LaRon and Cordell. Y'all saved my fucking life. But LaRon and Cordell peeped that I was getting a little too comfortable at that school. They were the deans of
LaRon
that
and
school.
Cordell don't pay us, so we're not going to plug that.
Shit, you not. They go, yo, you make music, right? I'm like, I was writing poetry at the time. So I'm like, hell yeah, bro, I make songs and all that shit. Fuck. They was like, we want to show you the studio. I can't confirm or deny what happened in that room, but I came out a different person, bro. I was like, yo, they showed me so much shit. Like, bro, you think you're that person right now. Look at where that person's at. Look what the last dude who thought he was him, they just showed me Facebook posts. Like, yo, bro,
You're not him.
you're not him, bro.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not
You're
that
not
guy,
that
pal.
guy. And it's
You're not
crazy
that
that I
guy.
walk around that fucking school like I offered to be legal tender. I didn't have shit else that was that famous yet. I thought I was fucking him. Because like I said, it was a hood movie.
Thought it was him.
That was a hood school that I
Turner,
went to.
Neutron.
So real shit, it was like everybody in that school knew that movie. I was like, oh yeah, I'm him. They just showed me how many people they grew up with.
Right.
They showed me how many people they knew. They showed me how many people they spoke to on a day-to-day fucking basis that I see as inaccessible.
Right.
And it's like, yo, bro, you know he does security now? Yeah. Keep playing yourself.
Yeah.
That shit woke me up so fast, bro. I was like, by the way, there was no studio in this room. It was their office, bro.
Right. So it's
Bro,
similar
me
to
in the
Famous,
office.
how in the scene where he's like, bro, get it together.
Hell yeah.
You're smoking, you're fucking around. This
Lou's
season.
conversation with me was a conversation I had with Laurent Cordell.
And
Life imitates art, baby.
Bro, life imitates art so much. As I'm moving out of the crib that I'm in, I'm getting evicted in the show. Like, this is how much my life lines up to this shit, bro. It's
so
crazy.
tough.
And I feel like this show is like an homage to 16-year-old me.
Right.
It's like everything gonna be all right. You gonna make it, bro.
Yeah.
Just, and I feel like that's something I tell a lot of people that I meet. Everybody that has any type of
that's
craft.
why it couldn't be another Famous, nigga. And that's why I couldn't be another Famous, nigga. I'm
real
trying to
shit,
show
though.
you.
Real shit, though.
That's tough, bro.
It just lined up. And I really do appreciate the writers that we have on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like they really gave me a lot of creative control over this. But they don't do that. Y'all know they don't do shit like
Hell
that
no.
on shows, bro.
Yeah.
So I feel like,
Your writers are good about that.
yeah. I feel like that's why
That's a
I
blessing to
sync
have
up so
writers like
well
that.
with the character. And that's why it just looks so natural is because
Right.
I'm really just reverting. I'm doing all this off memory.
Right.
It's not even like I'm saying lines. There's been 3 scenes specifically in the show of season 2 that I remember doing with Makai, and we went completely off script.
Yeah.
Like
And it
the
made
whole
it.
shit is almost
Oh, no,
improv.
and it
we
made it in, yeah.
We made it.
Nice.
And it's like, that's just that.
That's fire.
Yeah.
If you get a whole scene off script and it still makes the that's,
Did you guys see the scene I
that's
get
that shit.
woken, the day I get kicked out by my mom?
Right.
Did you guys see it?
With the girl.
That was all improv.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That
fire.
entire scene between he and I was all improv.
That's fire.
I have a scar on the inside of my mouth from biting the inside of my fucking cheek because he was supposed to smack me at first. This thing just randomly twisted my nipple out of nowhere and I could not stop crying, bro. I was dying for like 15 minutes. You see Sasha on the side like, all right, yeah, ha ha ha. Like, can we get back to fucking work, bro?
Right.
So I feel like, bro, it's just me in high school, bro.
Right.
That's why it syncs up so much.
Fuck yeah,
That's
I love
fucking
that.
insane.
I love that, bro. Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
coming.
fucking
We'll have
having
you
me,
back,
bro.
obviously.
And also,
course.
I was just watching the last episode last night. I didn't finish it. I left on. Well, I fell asleep on you and Kay running, and you tripped. I
All
was
right,
like,
we're gonna clear this out right now.
I was like, no.
Without incriminating myself
I was
a little
like,
too
no,
much,
not with the
that's
money and
never
everything.
fucking happened. I just want to throw that out there. I have never fucking fallen while running from the cops.
taking that long to get up though. Whoa, I'm like, my mans, you got the bread in your bag. You ain't got
Well, you know what's so
Get
real?
up, we
I haven't
out.
seen it yet.
Literally,
I'm
they had to
getting going.
literally like leave my fucking Timbs almost completely unlaced, and they had to give me a size extra so I could just slow down just that much.
Because
Cause
it's
I
just
was-
naturally just running.
Bro,
Right.
what?
Look at 'em. We
I don't know if you know that fear, right? But the fear you get when you hear a little whoop, like, bro, that shit is crazy.
Listen, I don't have the fear you guys have.
Literally, like, you know how some projects they got like little grass areas and shit, so they got the outside gate and the inside gate. I remember one time I ran into a park by accident, not realizing that it was a one-way in, one-way out park. I hopped both fucking gates. You would have thought I was Spider-Man, bro. Like, I
Outta
got
there.
fucking low,
By any
bro.
means necessary.
What? So real shit. When we did that scene, it's funny you bring it up. When we did that scene, I remember being told a couple times, like, just bring it back, bro. Like, you're kind of leaving Makai, and then you gotta fall. So what the fuck? Like, it was great. It was a great show.
Nah, that shit was crazy. I
That's why
literally-
Makai
that
got
was
so
the last
lean
thing
this season because he kept running in that scene.
Bro, we got
Makai's
we got
shredded
worked
now.
out this season, bro. Like, we really did.
But I literally, that's the last thing I remember seeing until before I fell asleep. I'm like,
Promise
nah.
you, that's not how I run from the cops.
I'm like, nah, not my nigga Famous. He got the bread in the bag.
You got to see what I'm
I
actually
said, at least my son
inside.
Kanan got low with the knocks though. He had the knocks on. He got the
feel me?
tower. He
That'd've
got
been
low.
bad,
I said, at least
bro.
they ain't catch him.
That'd have been
It's better
bad.
Famous with the money than Kanan with the knocks. He we Gucci.
Type shit.
All right, plug your shit. Plug what you got, your Instagram, whatever.
I'm
I'm on
TikTok.
Instagram as
everything's
AJ
coming.
Ortiz with an underscore at the end. You can find me on there. You can find me on Facebook. It's just AJ Ortiz. Yeah, those are the only 2 apps I really use, to be honest. I got off of Twitter. I could not.
Me
I couldn't-
either.
I couldn't
I
do
get
that.
Twitter is
canceled.
crazy. Twitter's
Twitter
crazy.
is
Gotta hop on the TikTok though. TikTok lit. TikTok is like,
I'm fighting it. I'm fighting it so much right now.
Just do it, bro. Just give it up.
that shit is good for your brand, bro. Because the
I
algorithm
feel
on
like it's
TikTok,
just too addictive, though, right?
it is.
Listen,
But-
before like 2 years ago, I was like, I would never do that. Now I'm like,
Bro, the amount of videos he made hating on TikTok like 2 years ago.
Bro, I
And
fucking kid.
yo,
Yeah, I'm literally like
I feel
voicing
it's
over
It's like, what the
me,
fuck
bro.
is TikTok?
That's
right now?
gonna be me, bro. You gotta see me do some
I was the
saucy
same way.
shit.
I was the same way. But
That shit crazy.
TikTok
Alright,
lit
cool.
though. TikTok lit though. That should have you active, bro. I'm trying to show
I
you.
say that. So you gonna find me on TikTok? It's probably gonna be AJ Ortiz, who nobody really got.
At least
this
it's not
name.
gonna be King_XX65.
Bro, that was that. It was K_XNG 3 underscores after that with a period.
Couldn't
That's why
find 'em.
nobody found me. I remember Courtney pulled up to me one day. She goes, "You're not on social media?" I was like, "Yeah, I am." I showed her my page. She goes, "The fuck is that
How the
name?"
fuck am I gonna
Yeah.
find that name?
That was the day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
Yeah.
just change that.
Yeah.
I'm just work on that.
That's literally why I made the Michael Rainey Jr. Instagram mad long ago. Like before, like after I did my second movie, Love, I had an Instagram. I forgot what my name. I think it was like Team Trill or some shit like that. That shit was
funny
literally
as
Team
hell.
Trill, my nigga.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna leave y'all with this, right?
And then I
This
just
is
had to
funny.
make the other one.
Anybody that knows your real name calls you Gianni. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that just says your first name, bro. It's Michael Rainey Jr.
Rainey, yeah.
every time. Like, I don't get that shit, bro. They be like, oh, you work with him? Well, we on different shows, but I do get to see bro sometimes. Like, yo, what is Michael Rainey Jr. like? Shit, bro. Like, you know
Michael
him?
Rainey Jr.?
Damn.
That's
Like,
funny.
whole government, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
bro, AJ's not AJ's a nickname. You feel me? Like, I'm not doing that. Point being, though, like, I don't like my name, but it's a nickname. You feel me? And it's like, it's not even like a nickname with you. Like, they're really calling you your whole fucking government. I've
that's wicked, bro.
always wanted to ask you, does that bother you?
It don't bother me. It just feels weird that everyone kind of knows my government name, like my whole entire
Your
government
whole
name.
government, bro.
And on top of that,
They know more than that about you.
Yeah, they know.
Your birthday, they know.
Yeah, they know everything. Shit. But like, it just feels a little. It feels weird. It's like, damn, what the fuck? But it's like, whatever. A lot of people call me Tariq at the end of the day, so it kind of balance it out. Whatever.
Nah, yeah, I feel you like
It
that.
kind of balance it out. So fuck it. But yeah, man, the crew has it, baby. Follow your boy. Where's 22 on Instagram, TikTok, Michael Rainey Jr. on Twitter, Michael Rainey Jr. on Instagram as well. I got 2 pages. Should be going crazy. But yeah, however you feeling, you can follow whatever one. Yeah.
We going back and forth from LA and New York. Right now we're in New York. We're gonna do 4 episodes here. So
East Coast and
for the
West
next
Coast,
month, we're gonna be in New York, but we're really only here for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then we're back in the LA studio. So
The
follow
boys are
your boy.
traveling, man.
Yeah, we're all over the place right now. We're doing bookings, so make sure you follow us at Gianni V Paolo, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you stay up on it. We got some cool stuff coming out. So
Yeah.
Ghost coming soon, man.
Crew got it.
And
the
what?
crew
Yeah,
has it, baby. You know what the fuck going on.
The crew has it, and you have it.
AJ.
Raising Kanan season 2 out now. Go watch.
Yeah, go tune in.
Yay! Fuck that, Rob. That was so fun.
That shit was dumb fire.
Lit.
I already know that shit was dumb fire. That was like